Hi, welcome to my Zone 5B garden in beautiful New Brunswick. I'm James, and today's garden video is going to be predominantly centered around the greenhouse, doing some much needed tidying up. It is above 20 for the first time this year, which is nice. Nighttime lows are getting around 6 or 7 fairly consistently. So, in a week or two, we'll be putting the vegetables out. So I want to get this greenhouse ready for them. It needs to be tidied up. I'm going to do, if time allows, some painting on the exterior, and I'll take you around the garden a little bit and highlight a few areas. So I'm going to start by tidying the greenhouse up a little. The perennials here that have been out here for several weeks, I've got most of them planted. I had about 150 of them. Most of them have been planted into the garden already. These don't need to be in here anymore. I'm gonna move them and put them onto the picnic table for now until they get fully planted out. I have an endless summer. I'm not quite sure what variety of endless summer that is. It's a zone 4 hardiness macrophylla hydrangea. Blooms purple or pink depending on the acidity of the soil. Fortunately, it didn't make it through the winter. It hasn't leafed out yet. All the macrophyllas I have outdoors in the ground have already leafed out. This one hasn't. I brought it into the garage thinking it'd be saving the buds, preventing them from dying back in our freezing and thaws in the spring, but it seems to have failed. So that I'm going to clean up. I've got a little nursery area here, a few annuals that I just started that I'm going to start moving outdoors, prick out and put into the garden. Got lots of different types of calendula, a few zinnias, and yeah, so those are the zinnias are a little too small yet to prick out, but I think I will probably prick out the calendula and put those into the garden in various areas. Lots of empty pots, lots of cleaning up here. I got to finish this little garden bed. So I had a garden bed here along the whole length, and there's still some soil remaining from it. I'm going to take that and fill up some of my garden beds with that and just finish up this garden bed so we can get ready to plant out our tomatoes and cucumbers in here. And on the outside of the greenhouse, I am, over the course of the summer, going to start painting it, and I'd like to start today by doing the base, which will make a big impact. The brown pressure treated there stands out, so if I start painting some of the unfinished wood here white, that'll be a good start, help make it look a little cleaner. All the windows are recycled windows from our previous home, and they need reglazing. All the glazing in areas, not all the glazing, but a lot of the glazing is flecked away. So that's going to be a slow process, just taking one window off at a time and reglazing, scraping them down and painting them white as well. Probably won't be getting to that any point soon, but I want to start by painting just any of the exposed wood on the exterior first. And at the peaks, I do have the corrugated panels. That plastic is just a temporary solution. We'll be putting corrugated panels on the peaks there as well. So that'll be the project for today. I did get a little load delivery from Proven Winners online in Canada. Got a bunch of Bobo hydrangeas, just the quartz size, as well as some Kodiak Red Dervillas. These I got on sale. They were only $1 each. And I'm starting to harden off my annuals, which is predominantly, I've got quite a few different, a few varieties of sunflowers. I got some cosmos in here as well. Before we start in the greenhouse, just take you outside of the fenced area in the garden, the back corner of our property, as I do have a little project started here. This portion of the property backs onto forest for a long ways. I've been using it as kind of a dumping ground for clippings, grass clippings and whatnot. But as you see, I've felled a couple trees. This tree here was snapped halfway off, so it was half of it was down on the forest floor already, so I just bucked it up and felled the portion that was still standing. It was a big brute, pretty nice big tree. Don't like cutting trees if I don't have to, but this one had already snapped off in a storm. And this area here, we just intend to kind of use as a natural forest garden. I created a little entry here. We are a corner lot, so I've created a little entry here to the side road, and we'd like to bring our trailer up into here and park it in here in the summer, so we have a nice little retreat facing back onto the forest. Won't do much landscaping, maybe bring in some gravel, put it down around the trailer, and put a little fire pit in here, and maybe bring some woodland plants in eventually. Stuff that's deer resistant, as this area is not fenced off. There was some debris back here that I'm gonna have to get rid of. And a lot of the wood debris I'm just dragging to the road and burning. All this wood will just get bucked up, and I can burn that in our fireplace over the winter inside. But it'll be a nice little space to park the trailer and have a little retreat. Probably put a fire pit area right in here. And this little area here, actually, they haven't come out yet, is full of ferns. I don't know what kind of fern it is, but there's nice little ferns in this area. So it's a nice little spot. So I've seeded all the bare areas here in the lawn with a clover as well as a grass seed. Slow to come in, but it has germinated. And hopefully in a couple weeks, we'll have a green lawn area again. Here in the side and in the front yard, a lot of the front lawn was decimated by crows that were going after the grubs. And before we just start into the greenhouse project, I have finished planting out the back pump house garden that I just made last week. I did end up putting a Kodiak Red Davila right here, which will fill that space nicely in front of the wood structure that's hiding the well casing. I think it'll do really well there. Davila's great in part sun locations and close to the trees here. I think that's more part sun. And I popped in a couple bobos there. And this portion just gets a little bit more sun. So they should be fine there as well. Have to bring out the lawnmower. The lawn could use a cutting, although this time of year I do like to leave the dandelions up for a little while in May, just because we don't have a lot of things flowering at this point, and it's good for the pollinators. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, one coat of exterior white paint on all the framing and the pressure treated plywood at the base. Definitely gives it more of a cohesive look. Makes the windows pop even more. They definitely need a good sanding and painting and glazing. But I'll pick away at that over the course of the summer. But that's one coat, not super precise. It's not about being precise. This is a greenhouse that was made from reclaimed wood and reclaimed windows. I just want the windows and the wood itself to last as long as it can in the elements. Oops, I missed a spot there. Guess I'll have to touch that up. The door, I do plan on replacing. This was just an MDF interior door that we put on. It blew open in a storm and cracked. It absorbs moisture pretty bad anyway, so we did intend to replacing that with, hopefully we can find just a solid core pine door, or with the glass. It definitely looks a little tidier and cleaner. On the inside, the beds are ready to be planted out here soon. Just gonna add a little bit of compost. And the dirt's been cleared out. And this bed's ready to go too. Now I would like to paint all the exposed wood in here as well, so it's all white and cleaner, and finish up some electrical in here as well so we have power. But that's it for today. Until next time, happy gardening.